Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host my show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, we have, I hope I pronounced your name right, Christine Richter. She's going to be getting a Chakra day. Did I pronounce your name right?
Yes, you did. You did.
Great. Okay. And we corrected the little error with the spelling and everything. Christine, I wanted to kind of give you some maybe 5 minutes to maybe talk about yourself. I know that you've had past in the public eye, but I wanted to kind of say what you wanted to say about yourself, if you don't mind, and maybe like your past, your what it is you've been doing with yourself, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I don't mind.
Okay.
Well, I'm currently looking for a full-time job. I have a part-time job right now. I'm pretty much a private person, and I've been working on a district attorney campaign for Tony Richter here in Orange County. So I will be spending my weekends volunteering at that campaign.
Okay. Is this, have you been in politics a lot, or is this just recently?
I had a job at the county, and there was a lawsuit involved. I got fired. And so they settled a lawsuit with me, and the boss I had there was a complete raging monster. So because of that public breakup, it was all in the media. I think I've been having a hard time finding a job because of that. So I got into this campaign because he is running against Tony Richter for district attorney, my old boss. And it would just be really bad if my old boss became district attorney. So that's why I'm involved in this one.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay. Well, I guess this has probably been stressing you out, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
All right. Well, let's see. We gave Kelly. Are you ready to start, or?
Yeah, I'm ready to start.
Okay, I'm going to let you do your thing, and I'll just sit here and listen in while you do it, okay?
Okay, thank you. Okay, so you are on your back and you're relaxed?
Yep, I sure am.
Okay. Excellent.
Eyes closed?
Eyes are closed.
Okay, good.
Okay, cool. The first thing that I'm going to do, well, I should probably introduce myself for anybody that's listening that hasn't listened before. I'm Kelly L. Walters of Good Vibrations Holistic Energy Work. And the first thing that I do is I have a little pendulum, and you can take a piece of floss if you're at home and a paper clip because it'll be sensitive to the energies if you ever try to do this. But that I'm clearing the energy, anything residual that might have been on it from before. And that means I'm running my fingers down and I'm throwing any residuals into the ground where it's safe and gets absorbed. So I'm going to set that down for a second. And what I do, and anybody's welcome to follow along if they want to, and if not, that's fine. It doesn't affect it. What I do is I rub my hands together vigorously for a few seconds until I feel kind of tingly and they feel warm. And then I bring them about shoulder width apart, and I start to bring them closer and closer together kind of slowly until I start to feel resistance. And for me, that's about 6 to 8 inches apart, and I make like cupping with my hands, so it's like forming a ball, and that's an energy ball. Now, it might take a few times of trying this before you can feel something, but it should be kind of tingly, and that's one way that you can, feel energy. Did you try it?
I did not.
Okay, that's fine because you don't need to. It's just something if people want to follow along. So I'm clearing the pendulum again, and I'm focusing on your picture. I focus on faces. And the first thing that I noticed, and I'm not like a professional person on auras, but I did notice that you had a white aura around you, and that represents a state of profound purity shining from the inside out, and it's the most resistant of auras to corruption and other negative energies that usually surround us. And there's a natural spectrum of tints that go along with your aura, associated with colors, and they can range from the purest white to the cloudy or murky tones. But I didn't see any of those. I just saw the purest white and a really pretty, like, medium blue around the outside of that. Now, most infants are thought to begin with a white aura because it represents their untainted and innocent state. And adults can and do possess white auras as well, especially those that have strong spiritual connections. But it represents a true and unselfish person. Now, I noticed the blue as well on the outside of the white, and that's saying that it's often associated with calm, sensitive personalities, and it can come in different shades. And it has something important in common with the sky and the sea, but it can be still or choppy, bright or cloudy. But what that means for your daily life is it reflects your mood and your personality and your spirituality and your well-being that way. It's linked to the calmest elements. So whereas red auras surround passionate, self-possessed people, blue auras surround compassionate, intuitive people. So that's a good thing because, you know, the self-possessed part is something I think most people want to try to avoid. And that's not what we have. So that's always good.
Yeah.
So when I do this, I'm going to start at your root chakra because you have 7 of these energy centers. And each one represents a different color, a different part of your body, like your anatomy. It is how you have thought processes and feelings come into play, different systems of the body coming together. And they're each like a little wheel going. And when I use my pendant, I can see either when I'm focusing on it, it can either go up and down or side to side, which tells me there's negative energy or a block, or it can go in that circle representing the healthy flow of the energy, where the chakra's open and it's functioning the way it should. So let's see what we have. The root one is the most primal and important energy center, and it has to do with the instinct for survival and safety. So if you feel threatened or you don't feel like things are quite right, then it's sort of like fight or flight kicking in.
Okay.
So let's see how this one looks. Okay. This one is definitely off. It's doing like a front to back, and it's really weak. And what that's telling me is something in either your personal private life or something that's a greater cause or something to do with work related. Something feels uneasy, like you're not sure if things are going to go in a way that you'll feel good or safe about it.
I think that's probably the upcoming election.
Yeah, I think so. And, maybe you're looking for a job and you're not sure quite, what direction or who's hiring or where you might fit well. But I think there's a lot of uneasiness surrounding the election. And you just want to make sure that, somebody isn't elected that's not going to be good for you and other people.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
Okay, good. So what I'm going to do now is I do that thing where I rub my hands together and make an energy ball. And your root chakra is the one we're focusing on, and that's located at the base of your spine, kind of where you would be sitting if you were sitting up. And it involves the organs in that area. So when I work on this to try to pull that out and have positive energy flow, you might feel different sensations, and I don't want to get into too much what they might be because I don't want it to like lead you to think, oh yeah, I felt this. You know, I'd like to find out how you feel because each person's a little different. So let me see what we get here. Wow. Yeah, okay. That's really heavy. And it felt really almost like a punch to the gut. Like, it really feels like almost like dread and afraid, and like it's bringing up past experiences. So I think that it's kind of, you know, it's kind of wedged in there and kind of dredging up stuff from the past that you're afraid might repeat itself in a way. So I'm going to start working on that. I'm also feeling an emotional, like almost like a fear. I don't know if that sounds right, but I'm getting like, if the election doesn't go right, that it's really going to feel like a loss, but right now it's a fear.
It's the election. I'm very fearful of that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see what I can do to bring this out. And it looks like I'm pulling something. My eyes are shut, and it looks like I'm reaching into something that's not there in the middle of the air.
Hello?
I'm really pulling and then...
Yeah, are you there?
Yeah.
We're here. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because, you know, that's if you were looking at me doing this, that's what it would look like. And it would look like I'm pulling a chain that's not there. It look like I'm grabbing a bowling ball that's not there. But that's my way of, like, removing it. And I was getting, like, burps. So it's kind of like, do you get, like, an upset stomach with this? Or,
I do get upset. I take medication for it because I get upset stomachs a lot.
Okay, that's why I'm picking up on it. Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure it made sense. All right, let me work on it some more. How are you feeling right now?
Okay.
Did you feel anything different?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to check it and see where we're at. Okay. It's doing better. It's in a circle. I just think that if you can get a lot of people behind you and you can get the positive energy flowing in the direction of the person that you'd like to win, I think they have a pretty good chance. And I think you're going to feel relief once the election is done.
Yes, I for sure will.
Yeah, it's just right now it's the, are we doing enough? You know, is this, okay, are we hitting this demographic well enough? You know, that kind of thing. Which I feel like you're doing all the right things.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah. Now, the next one I'm going to do is the sacral, and that's located between the bikini line and the belly button. And that's the emotional body and the sensuality and creativity center.
Okay.
And let's see where we're at. That one's off as well. But
Yikes.
yeah. But, it's hard to feel secure when so much is riding on this.
Right.
I think that's what's coming into play.
Okay.
And I know sometimes, to me, it feels like you try really hard, and sometimes you're going so fast that it feels like you wonder, like you get going on a plan and you don't think of alternative ways that it could work. Like the creative process is kind of being stifled by the fact that fear is riding high right now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on that one. Ooh, yep. I can feel that anxiety in there. Yep, you got it. Let's see. All right. Let's shake that one off. And let's check and see where we're at. Okay, we're doing a circle, so that's good. This one's actually now stronger than the root was when it was doing well.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I have a feeling your creative juices are going to start to flow better now.
Yay.
Yeah, because
That'll be fun.
Yeah, but let's see where that goes. So the next one is the solar plexus, and that one is halfway between your belly button and like your sternum, or the area underneath the rib cage.
Okay.
That one is your personal power, your self-esteem, and your warrior energy, and your power of transformation. So let me see where we are there to make sure it keeps doing a circle. Good. That's a healthy one. There. So I know that no matter how this election goes, it's going to be a learning experience and a transformation for you. And sometimes even the best things, for lack of a better word, they suck before they get better.
Yes.
So, and this, I feel like it's dredging up a lot of fears and feelings and just god-awful things that you thought you had dealt with well, and then they resurfaced. And I'm feeling like no matter how this goes, you're going to know that you put the best effort you could in, and that you're the light in the world. And I'm not saying it's going to go bad. I'm not saying it's going to go good. But what I'm saying is that it'll be a powerful transformation for you, and you will gain your strength no matter which way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might feel, like I said, sometimes we have to go through the worst to get to the best.
Right.
And I feel like you're in the middle of pretty much the worst, and don't allow your fears to take the reins. Just allow them to help spur you forward, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, it does.
Okay, good. So the next one is the heart chakra. And that's your opening of feelings, your compassion, your capacity to love, and it doesn't like conflict. So let's see what it's telling us. This one is a circle. It's fast, but it's small. So I think, like a lot of the other things, it's hinging on that root chakra where, the instinct for survival and safety.
Mm-hmm.
I think, it's, you're able to feel, you're able to be compassionate, you're able to love. But You're a little bit guarded.
Right.
Okay. Now, the next one is the throat chakra, and that one is our ability to manifest and express our truth in the world. And sometimes, depending on situations and people and things like that, sometimes we feel like we have to kind of swallow what we'd like to say because we're afraid that it might come out wrong or offend somebody, or we're not really sure what we feel about something, but I'm kind of guessing that doesn't really apply to you just on how I'm feeling about it. Well, let's see what it says.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Your throat chakra is doing well. It's doing better than the heart one by a little bit.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So you're saying the right things and you're able to express yourself, which is really important, that you're able to express yourself and you're able to do it in a way that you mobilize people behind you because they can recognize your truth and they can see your light as a guide.
Okay.
You're inspiring to people, even if you don't realize it.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Now, the crown chakra is the one that's located, we're skipping one. Third eye. Third eye is right above your eyebrows in the middle, and that's your intuition, your learning patterns. It has to do with your skill sets and your memory and picking up on things about people around you. Let's see what it says. That one is a small, fast circle. So I think sometimes you have a little bit of doubt whether you're reading somebody properly.
Yes.
But I think you're doing well. You just aren't confident in that ability yet.
But I will get confident, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I'm feeling like you're recognizing patterns and you're trying to head some of them off, which is good.
Yes.
So all of those things are going to serve you well.
Oh, that's good.
You have to trust in your instincts.
Okay.
Because you're on the right path.
Yay. That's good to know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Now, the crown one is the last one, and that one is located just above our head. And that has our access to the higher states of consciousness and being open to what is beyond our understanding. If you're religious, it would be God or Jesus or the angels or Buddha, somebody that somebody might worship, or it could be the universe, universal energies. Everything is connected. Just like the root chakra is being connected with the earth, this is being connected with the heavens.
Oh, okay.
So let's see where you are. I didn't sense it was off, and it's not off. This is spot on. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So you're connecting well with people. You're connecting well with people that can identify with your concerns. You're connecting with people that want to do well and do good. You're connecting with people that can't tolerate corruption, can't tolerate misuse of power. You're connecting with people that are like-minded, which is really good.
Yes.
And you're tapping into like the universal energy of higher consciousness with people. And, that goes beyond anything verbal or any kind of physical type body language. It goes beyond that. So you just need to be the voice to be able to help collect people together.
Okay.
And I can tell that you are a powerful person for the good in the world.
Yes, I am always a good person, always.
Good, good. Yeah, because I can definitely tell that. And, yeah, do you meditate?
I don't.
Do you pray?
I don't.
I have a feeling if you were to try yoga or meditation, it could really help you with opening up in some of your difficult areas, to feel more secure and more connected. I think it would help you to be able to relax better and trust your instincts and to help eliminate anxieties.
Okay. I can try that.
Yeah, especially if it's a moving type thing, like Tai Chi or yoga. I feel like it would help by moving the physical and training the mind and focusing on breathing. I just really feel like it would help you feel whole, and it would help you channel the energy in the proper way.
Oh, okay.
And drink lots of water. I'm getting that.
I do drink lots of water. That's mainly what I drink is water.
Good, good, good. Yeah, saying like keep that up. Do you mostly eat like vegetables, like in like food that's in its pure form, like not like frozen dinners and stuff?
Yeah, no, I don't eat frozen dinners hardly ever.
Okay, good. Because I'm picking up that you're really good about health and keeping up on your health.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, you want to keep doing that. But I really feel like Tai Chi or meditation or yoga, something like that will definitely help you to have everything come together. And even like walks in the forest or outside where you can be in clean air and in nature, I think, or by the ocean. I think
I try to take walks on the river trail by my house, and I do a lot of walking at a part-time job that I have.
Perfect.
So I get a lot of walking in.
Good. Yeah, keep that up. You're doing all the right things. Let me go back through and make sure that I got everything, because sometimes if something's off, especially if it's a negative energy, it might try to hop to a different one, and I want to make sure that they're all still clear.
Okay.
So, checking the root. That one is a nice, healthy circle. Checking the sacral. And that one's good. Checking the solar plexus. That one's a lot stronger than the sacral, but they're both doing well. And the sacral is the one that was the emotional body, the sensuality and creativity. So, yeah, as long as you don't focus on your fears and you focus on what you're striving for and the positive sweep, going toward it, I think you'll be doing really well. Just, sometimes let's say we say, man, I really need to lose weight. Well, if you focus on the negative of I need to lose weight, then it hangs on because you're focusing on the negative. Yeah. And so if you focus on I'm going to have a healthy lifestyle, then the weight will just come off anyway.
Right.
So, yeah, sometimes we get stuck in focusing on what we need to change rather than focusing on the change itself.
Okay.
And I'm doing the solar plexus, and that was the one that was really strong in a good way. So I'm checking the heart, and that one's going really well. Yeah, that one's a lot better. And the throat, and that one's going a lot better. And the third eye, that one's going a lot better too. And the crown is going a lot better. So everything is in place, and the thing...
I was going to say, I wanted to ask you, Christine, do you have any questions for Kelly about what happened or what she did?
No, I understood it pretty good.
Okay, now Kelly's also been known to be very psychic and pick up on things. Do you pick up on anything with Christine, as far as the election is concerned?
What I'm picking up on is either way it goes, the election itself, you're going to have personal victories.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, I wouldn't, if it's a victory for who you're wanting to have in office, it'll be a personal victory for you as well in helping to get that person there.
Right.
But let's say they don't make it, because I don't bet on things because there are too many factors that can change because of free will. But if it didn't happen to work out that way, I have a feeling that you'll be going through some emotions that are not fun, but you'll come out stronger and ahead, so it will be a personal victory because you'll know that you did everything you could possible and you did a good job.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, Christine, how stressed out are you about this election?
10.
Yeah, I was.
I considered if the wrong person won this election, I seriously considered moving. That's how bad it's going to be.
How is it going? Is he ahead? Is he behind? Is he what is it?
He is in a runoff with my ex-boss, but he's still ahead. Tony Rakakis is still ahead.
Okay. Do you mind? Am I allowed to ask why he was a monster? Or
he has a really, really, really bad temper. He's just brutal to work for. He's had the highest staff turnover rate than any supervisor in Orange County history. So it wasn't me. He did it to everybody. It just happened that I stood up for myself. And then that's when everything went awry.
I see. So this guy that you don't like is ahead, right?
No. Tony Rakakis is ahead, and he's the one that I want to win.
Oh, okay. Well, ahead by how much?
It was about 4 points at the last election, so now they're in a runoff, and that'll be November 6th.
I see.
Wow.
Okay. I'll tell you this. If the guy's a hot-tempered person, then he's probably running a hot-tempered campaign. The people that are working for him on the campaign are probably pretty hot-tempered, are pretty suffering too.
Well, the funny thing is about him is he doesn't show his true colors in public. He can hold himself pretty well. He doesn't show his meanness to everybody. It's only his staff and people that he knows well know what he's like.
Right.
I've known a lot of guys like that. Great.
Yeah.
I think I was married to one briefly way back.
I was married once. I'll never do it again. I'm divorced, so I'd never marry again.
I think they take them aside in school and teach them all to be like that.
Probably.
Yeah, just the special ones in class. They'll pull them aside. The other ones they know are too nice and aren't going to go for it.
Is this the kind? Is this guy that's running for election the kind of guy that you want to send 500 skunks to his office?
I would never do anything vindictive.
Oh, I know, but I'm joking. But
yeah, but I would.
Yeah, well, the cool thing about that is eventually karma comes and bites people in the butt that are like that. So
that's what I'm waiting for. Karma is a bitch.
Yeah. So, yeah, do what you can. You just,
I was joking about the skunks. I mean, I wouldn't really do that, but
no, I know. Yeah, no, I know.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna come by and bite them, but
yeah, sooner or later it will.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll hear about it when it does.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I will.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
And let's hope it makes the national papers, not just the local ones.
Exactly.
I will post it nationally.
Good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be interesting because if it makes the national papers, I mean, can you imagine this guy be on the cover of People magazine with a big frown on his face?
Well, the lawsuit that I was in made national news.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What a claim to fame.
Yes.
Great. But, that inspires other people to come forward and say, you know what, I worked for him and he was like that too.
Sort of like Bill Cosby.
Yeah, they have a group called SOS, Survivor of Spitzer, for past employees that work there. And there's a lot of past employees.
Wow, you got a lot of support. You're the one that stood up.
Yeah.
That's good. It also makes you a target. But, hey, you got a lot of people supporting you.
Yeah, I do have a lot of people supporting me, so that helps a lot.
That's good. Yeah, not everybody has that, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I would definitely like to see how this goes, because I'm really hoping that your person prevails, because, I mean, who wants to see somebody like that in office?
Yeah,
and
it would be a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's at the mercy of that. Nobody wants that.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you know the guy that you're campaigning for? I mean, have you met him in person? Or?
Yes. He's a very nice guy. Very nice guy. He's been the district attorney for a long time here.
Good.
I see. So what's happening is there's somebody else trying to take his job.
Yes, my ex-boss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, being the incumbent, he would have the advantage. Don't you think so, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually that's the case.
Yeah, I think that it is really quite possible. Either something's going to be unearthed before the election that will topple Spitzer, or it'll come out afterward and people will be like, why the hell did we elect this guy?
Right.
But, hopefully it's before, but sometimes you can get somebody out of office if it happens after. But, if he ends up winning, I think a lot of people are going, oh, great.
Now, I want to ask you something, Christine. Did I tell you what happened when Kelly did my chakras?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I told her? Did I tell you?
No, you can tell me.
Oh, okay. The reason I'm going to tell you is that this will give you something to look forward to, okay?
Okay.
This is why I have Kelly on. Well, actually, it's two reasons. One, I have her on because we're friends and I love her dearly. And two, it gives Kelly a rush when she comes on. Or actually, lack of a better term. I mean, she really does love to come on. Well, about a few years ago, she did my chakras. Actually, it was her and another guy that was doing my chakras. And what happened was, when the guy was doing my chakras, he started coughing and wheezing and coughing and wheezing. It was almost like Max von Sydow from The Exorcist.
Yikes.
Okay? I mean, it was ridiculous. And I told him that I was having a lot of financial problems, and the guy was coughing and wheezing, coughing and wheezing.
Honestly, God, he did everything but have his head spin around, so.
Yeah, it was like, so the next day, I get a phone call from Tim. That's the person that Kelly was doing the chakras with. What Kelly was doing, Kelly was narrating, and Tim was doing it. And what happened was that they told me that I was under some kind of a attack or something, or and that they were able to get rid of the force. Well, I'm thinking, okay, well this is okay, this is interesting. So I go out walking the next day, and I'm standing out by the street corner. I'm not making this up. This minivan pulls up to me. Out comes this woman, she walks up to me, she takes out a purse, and she goes, "You look like you could use some extra money here." And she hands me $3.
Jeez.
And I'm thinking, okay. So I take the money and I start walking home. And I'm thinking, but, I really hope as I'm walking home that I run into one of my friends who will give me a ride home. I have cerebral palsy. I can't drive. Sure enough, a person pulls out of nowhere, and a friend pulls out of nowhere and offers me a ride. I take the ride, and then I go home. And then I decide, well, the only thing I can think to do with the $3 is to get a lottery ticket. I mean, so I'm going to go back to the gas station, which is about another 2 miles. And as I'm walking up to the gas station, I'm thinking, boy, I really hope I run into one of my friends who'll give me a ride to the gas station. Sure enough, another friend comes out of nowhere, gives me a ride, takes me to the gas station. As I'm going into the gas station, I'm thinking, well, if this to be an actual miracle, because I buy scratch-offs all the time and I never win anything. So I want to see what happens, if I go in and buy it. I take the $3, I put it on the counter, I buy myself a lottery ticket, the scratch-offs, and I win $6.
Oh, wow.
The point I'm trying to make with all this is the story I'm telling you is true. And what Kelly just did for me is what is, happened before what happened to me. I mean, what Kelly just did for you, is the same thing that she did for me before all that stuff happened.
Right.
And so if something weird starts happening to you, or if weird good stuff happens, or if they, win the election or something, let me know.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
But that was just, and let me tell you, I was just going to, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. This is why I say that the incident with the lady was so significant. There's ways of being nice to someone, but then there's ways of being nice to someone that's kind of outside the realm of being safe. I don't particularly think it's very safe to get out of your minivan, walk up to a complete stranger, hand them $3 and saying, hey, you look like you used some extra money, and then go and walk back into your minivan and drive off is a safe way to be nice to someone. Mm-hmm. I could grab her purse, I could push her down, I could follow her home,
Right.
You understand? So,
yeah.
I mean, what's your opinion about the events that I've just...
What's my opinion about it?
Yes.
I think it's odd, strange.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that happening before.
Right. Well, it happened after she did my chakras.
So I will be waiting for something to happen to me.
Right. You could be, yes.
Yeah.
I hope.
This is why we're doing chakra days, so that we want to help. But this is just odd. I mean, it's kind of like, this is very strange. And I'm thinking, I think this would be a lot of fun to see what happens. So what we do is on days where we don't have psychics on, which I have Kelly co-host with me, and sometimes, and I'm also going to have I'm going to interview Charlotte Kemp, so she might be co-hosting some shows with me too.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is that it's just weird, and I can't really come up with a logical reason why somebody would do that.
Right.
And that's a lot for me to try to have with everybody, and I can't guarantee it. But if you read like The Secret, when you have positive energy, and we all have a vibrational frequency, when our vibrations are raised because we have the positive energy, which is generated basically by our chakras all being open and positive, then we attract more positive things in our life. And
that makes sense.
Yeah. So, if you think, well, this is bull and blah, blah, and I only get crap, well, then that's probably what's going to happen is more crap's going to come. And, because the negative energy is going to get trapped and stuck, and it's going to draw more negative energy.
Right.
And, I can get things right, but it's up to other people to make sure they're doing things. Yeah, to make sure they're in a positive way doing what they do in their thought processes. And, you know, some people might have to go to a psychologist. Some people might have to go to the doctor. And I don't, you know, I'm not going to be like, hey, you need to get your ovary checked out or whatever. You know, it's just like I promote being healthy and getting checkups. And when the doctor says you need a test, do your test and make sure you're being the best person, you know, best version of yourself that you can be.
Yes, that's the most important.
Yeah, and be true to yourself.
Yes, that's very important as well.
Yeah, because otherwise it just raises conflicts and, you know, there's a lot of room in there for negative things to start poking in. I
avoid conflict as much as I can. I'm just a very peaceful person.
That's good, but it also means that you have to speak your truth and not be stifling what you're feeling either. And you seem like the kind that can be assertive and not be, you know, a bitch about something, but not be walked on either.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly how I am.
And that's the perfect balance.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I wish they taught that in school along with balancing checkbooks and, you know, like the practical life skills. You know?
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, so we can all be harmonious adults, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody's codependent because we all know how to take care of our own stuff. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be the perfect world.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's just too simplified. You know, they got to put calculus and algebra down our throat. I don't know.
That we'll never use.
Right.
But, you know, it's sort of funny. There's a line in the movie Peggy Sue Got Married where Kathleen Turner, she had gone back in time and basically, you know, she was talking to her about trigonometry, and they were trying to get her to say, hey, listen, you know, why didn't you study for the trigonometry test? And Peggy Sue says, I just want you to know that I don't see any use for trigonometry in my life, and I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Well, actually, it's what it is that if you do certain jobs, there's a use for it. But if, I mean, it does make you more hireable, you know, like if it's certain things. But, I mean, if you're going to be an artist, I don't think you need trigonometry. I mean,
right.
Or for that matter, calculus. I mean, I would be like, because not everyone can do those maths. I don't know, did you ever see the movie Rain Man?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I interviewed the guy that was the inspiration for the movie.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
He was his name was Kim Peek, and it was funny because I tried to stump him one time and it didn't work. And this is what happened. He had okay, let me just what day of the week do you think February 29th, 1900 fell on?
I have no idea. I would just have to guess.
Well, the reason, actually, you don't have to guess because there is no February 29th, 1900.
Oh, okay.
See, a lot of people don't know this, but you know that little poem we learn when we're kids? You know, 30 days has September.
Oh, April. Yeah, April.
Okay. There is something called the 100-year rule, and it goes something like this. In a year that is the calendar rule, that is divisible by 100, but not by 400, okay, is not a leap year.
Can you repeat that?
Any year that is divisible by 100, but not by 400, is not a leap year.
Oh.
So go online and look up the year 1900, and you will see there is no February 29th on that year, even though the year itself is divisible by 4. Now, there is one for the year 2000, okay? But there won't be one for 2100.
Oh.
Wow.
See, most people don't have to know that because there's not 118-year-old people walking around. But
not too many.
but this is a true fact. Wikipedia will back me up on this. If you go in, if you try to look up February 29th, 1900, look it up online, you won't be able to find it because it doesn't exist. The funny thing is that Kim Peek could not do math, but he could tell you what day of the week something was on and what historical event happened. So I asked him, I said, so what day of the week did February 29th, 1900 fall in news? He started talking like this. He goes, there was no February 29, 1900.
Wow. So that's,
he knew.
It's like Mary Lou Henner. You can ask her.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her on the show.
She's good.
I'd like to get her on because there was one episode of the Tonight Show that I thought was just hysterical. Sting was on too, and apparently Mary Lou Henner came on. I think it was after Sting had, and she was just going raving on and on about, oh my God, Sting trivia, and then she would rattle off names, dates, and I actually was, and Jay Leno was teasing her, you'll never come here again. But actually got in a chat line with her one time, and I actually asked her, I said, May 28th, 1972, that was the day I was born. Oh. And she told me what she was doing that day. And I think...
Is it called a super memory?
Well, what it is, this is what it is. We watched a show on it, and I think my father explained to me what it is. Okay, when you're born... we were born. We have something that deals with autobiographical memory. In other words, memory that is in regards to who you, with your life, things that happening to you, Mm-hmm. And those people that have the ability to say, oh, what happened on this day, what happened on that day, have that part of the brain very developed. That's why they're able to do all those things, oh, this happened on this day, or this happened on that day, and the thing is that it's hard for them because every day is like reliving it. I mean, they never, their father died, and then they think, oh God, it's it's still happening, or their sister died, and it's still happening.
Oh boy,
I didn't know that.
What it does is it allows people, that's why they have that. But I'd like to get Mary Lou Henner on. And actually another person that I've often thought about getting on, because legend has it, this person is the easiest person in the world to interview is Henry Winkler.
Oh, really? Wow.
He is, if you look up on Wikipedia, legend has it he is the easiest guy in the world to interview. And he seems really nice.
Yeah, he does seem very nice.
He's it's sort of funny because, I and another thought that I had is, also another thought that I had is, how I was telling, I was saying how when Kelly's friend Tim was doing my chakras, that it was I thought, it would be great if we could get Linda Blair on here.
Oh. You should try to get her on a show on Halloween.
Oh my God.
It just, I don't know if we could get it that easily, but just the thought of Linda Blair saying, okay, have Linda Blair on and say, now Linda, I'm just really glad that you're here. I just want you to know we're going to do everything we can on this show to make sure that we don't just sit around and talk about The Exorcist, because so many people associate you with The Exorcist. I see Tim is now on the ground hyperventilating, and
Kelly, can someone have such a person reading them?
If they don't know how to shield themselves, like.
Well, I will tell you, not to cut you off, after Tim did mine, he had 4 seizures.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So it
Tim,
is possible, yeah.
Tim, yeah, you got to understand. I think I can sort of answer this one. Let me know. Sometimes there are people that love the energy so much that it like Tim is sort of an energy lover. He just takes it in, and is that sort of the answer, Kelly?
Yeah, they have different names for it. Like some of them will call them like energy vampires or psi vampires, just different things because they really feed off of it, and then they end up getting sick because it was negative energy, but at the time, it feels really good because it's energy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But since then, he's learned to shield himself, and that it's not fun going through that. So he's learned to, throw it into the ground instead of hanging on to it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, he was really not in good shape for a while. It wasn't just due to yours, Johnny, but just the fact that he was doing those and absorbing in the energy himself rather than passing it along into the ground. And I learned right away how to make sure I don't do that because, I don't want to feel like that. So
right.
And also, I'm going to say, it's sort of because we have like 3 minutes left, but I really love how happy I've made Kelly when she does the shows.
Thank you.
I mean, that's why I want, I want Christine, if you can help us get more Chakra days, because I love, or guests perhaps, because
I'll
Kelly
look for some guests for you, for sure.
Because Kelly loves, doing these things, and I think it really put a smile on her face when she really needed it. Am I right, Kelly?
Oh, yeah. I was going through some rough times, and this is fairly recent we just started doing this, but it's made a huge difference, and I feel like I'm helping people, and I feel like that's where I belong, is helping people.
That's good. That's really good.
Thank you.
And that I use for finding guests, I bought a copy for Kelly.
And it's awesome. It is so cool. Thank you.
You'll have to text when the show's over, Jonathan, will you text me the name of that book?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay. It has emails. It has Facebook pages. I've interviewed a lot of some of the names in that book.
Oh, okay.
And we've done shows. I plan to do one, I think around November, December, where I have 2 psychics on. I've gotten both psychics to agree to it. I'm going to make it be around November or December. Kelly, did you hear that?
Yeah, thank you.
December. That's her birthday. I'm going to try to make that be her birthday present. So.
Oh God, thank you. That'll be great. I can't wait.
And but it's something that, and I hope that you can do something to get the show out there, Christine. Because I mean, anything you can do to bring us guests or when I do shows, can I put the links on your page now?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Christine.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, we have about a minute left, but how do you feel, Christine?
I feel really good. We have a minute left.
Yes, 36 seconds.
The one thing I want to say, if there's any Orange County listeners, Orange County, California, vote District Attorney Tony Rakakis into office.
Great.
Amen.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the best man for the job.
Thank you for coming on, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you
for coming
Kelly,
on.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I very much enjoyed it, and I'll do it again sometime.
Okay, we hope so. Thank you.
Okay,
right.
Thanks. You guys have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.